Got just a couple of minutes left with Congressman Ron Paul. He, of course, is a presidential candidate for the Republican Party. And one last thing very quickly. There is a chance that on the ballot in November in Missouri, there could be an initiative to change the Constitution to allow marijuana basically to be decriminalized. Is that something you would stand behind and support?
Sure. I mean, people should have freedom of choice. So you can. Why should we be so fearful that people can't make up their own minds on what they should put in their bodies? We allow them what to do with their spiritual life and their intellectual life, and that's pretty risky. Just think of all the bad things that's happened from philosophy and religion, but we give people freedom of choice. So we ought to let people decide whatever they want to put into their bodies. I'm not fearful of freedom. I think some people make bad choices. This is sort of what some based on economic intervention on. People won't take care of themselves, so we have to tell them what to do, and we have to take care of them. And look at what it's led to us. We're going to give everybody a house. Now they don't have jobs and they don't have their houses, and rich people got bailed out over it. So no, the failure of this system of making up their own mind. So yes, and the states should be allowed to do it. I think it should be regulated like alcohol, and not drug addicts shouldn't be put in prison. They're sick people. They're not criminals. People who haven't committed violent crimes shouldn't be put in prison and hardened to make them hardened criminals. That is what's happened. And we should argue, liberal and conservatives should argue for states' rights. In this sense, states' rights means if the states want to do this and police it, just think of the billions. Matter of fact, the war on drugs in the last 40 years has cost us about $3 to $4 trillion, and the drug usage is still horrendous. Nobody has trouble finding marijuana, but they break into houses about hundreds every single day across this country looking for somebody that might have marijuana. I would say they ought to go look for the murderers and rapists and not worry about the people who want to smoke marijuana.
The irony of that is, I don't know if you've looked at any of our local papers, Congressman, but there was a marijuana drug bust yesterday in town. So I wish we could keep you longer because I think we both have more questions for you. But I know we have to let you go. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Okay, great to be with you.
Thank you,
Congressman.
Thank you very much. It's Congressman Ron Paul.